All right, you guys, welcome back to another one, another hot one. This one, guys, is just about checking up on my birds and you know, pretty much making sure they're kind of cool. Okay, just walking outside, I was just like, yeah, it's triple digits, you know. I have to go check on the birds. I want to take you guys with me, and we'll talk about a few things. Okay, so first stop is my Himalayan models. Of course, the Himalayan models are they're native to the Himalayas. Okay, so they can't handle the heat as much, so they are my first and main concern. Okay, I noticed that I'm doing pretty good with my Himalayan models as far as keeping them cool. They're not panting at all. And I do have the English ivy you guys know about that surrounds their whole pen. And look up here at the trees. Okay, they have plenty of shade cover, which is kind of cool. And for the most part, they're never in the direct sun unless they want to be in these little patches of sun. But you guys can see, I mean, we're in the triple digits and they are not even panting. That's really cool. I'm going to show you some that I do in case they do pant, because sometimes it just gets unbearably dry and hot. All right, so here's a water feature, and what I like about this is the sound of running water. I believe the sound of running water keeps the birds calm, gives like a soothing atmosphere, you know what I mean? And I believe a calm bird will stay cooler, because if your birds are stressed out in this heat, it's just all bad. It's all bad. But yeah, both aviaries here are pretty chill, no panting. The meat birds are going to be harvested pretty soon. So yeah, they're pretty hot. So there's kind of just rounded up by their waterers here. It's pretty hot. And I do have a sprinkler going too right now. Something about this pheasantry that I created, guys, is that there's a lot of trees here, and a lot of smaller trees and a lot of different kinds of trees, and I keep some of it green, and the ground is pretty much, for the most part, always moist. And when you have airflow underneath all these trees here, it just kind of blows through all the pins. Now these pins right here are my hottest pins, and these are the ones I put pheasant chicks out in. Okay, and they get pretty hot too. But you know, even though I have trees planted in front of them, but you guys can see, you see that freaking glare. I mean, I stick my hand out there, you guys, I wish you could feel this right now. It is so hot. But eventually, someday in years to come, these trees will be big enough to provide some kind of shade. And I know it's kind of facing away from the pen right now, and eventually I'm going to plant more trees. But as the sun, I mean, it's still early in the day too, and it's this hot, but as the sun comes around, it'll shade that area. But anyways, here we are just checking up on the birds. Okay, nobody panting, everybody's cool. I'm going to show you a couple things that I do for birds, for my birds, that help them cool off summer months. Pedro, he's panting a little bit, not much. But yeah, in times like this, man, you just gotta watch your birds. Their signs will tell you how they're feeling, you know. Mr. Tragopon, he's cool. But I am fortunate enough that we have all these trees out here. It shades everything. But even then, you know, like seriously, here, triple digits, right in that spot right there. But where it's green, right in here, I swear it's like 20 degrees cooler. So I try to keep it like this, so that way that breeze does flow through and catch all the pins here. Oh, Lady Amhersts, they're looking good. Everybody's good. Yeah, and you can see I have more of the trees here in front of the pins, you know, bushes around too. More shaded area to let the cold breeze run through. Swin hose are all good, right? All right, okay. Good deal, everybody looks good. Oh, here's this other water feature, guys, that I had installed and just kind of hanging on this big pine tree here. Little solar unit. So yeah, it only drips when the sun is on the solar panel there. But yeah, the sun will be on that in no time. It's a pretty cool feature there. A lot of the free rangers, they like to come up on the lawn here where it's nice and cool and just kind of rest on these hot days underneath these trees here. Now, you guys can't feel it, of course, but the ground right here is just so cool. And of course, I keep it green and kind of moist out here. Sprinkler, just for the birds, you know. And here's my colleagues. They're looking good too. Ain't nobody hot. It's pretty cool out here. It is a drastic difference in temperature from out here in the pheasant tree to where it is up by the house. Now, here's something I've noticed about keeping a green lawn anywhere where you want to keep it cool. The grass blades themselves, if they're lush and green, they will be cool to the touch, okay? Now, when you have trees over them, that cool air, it just blows right through and collects on that grass, and it kind of blows through the area, keeping the place cooler. So if you notice a place where there's a lot of dry grass, it'll be hotter. But if there's like green grass, it'll be a little bit cooler, you know. And your birds, especially if they free range, they'll hang out on that grass to keep cool. Just a little tip. Also, another little tip, got this hose here. Now, on a hot day, you're not gonna hurt your birds if you spray off their pen a little bit, okay? Let me show you a little example here, okay? Now, it'll work especially good with this ivy, these vine plants, any kind of vine plants you guys got going on over your aviaries. Just give them a little spray, you know? It won't create a miracle, but it will take the edge off, okay? So yeah, just spray down the pens. Even if you don't got plants on there, just spray off the dirt a little bit. You can just take the hose and make a little pile of water there. Make a little mud hole. You know, it looks sloppy now, but when that dirt absorbs all the water and it becomes really soft and fine, the birds will go in there and get their feet wet, cool them off a little bit, and dig in it, dust bathe in that cool dirt. It really takes the edge off too. And here's some more low-hanging trees here. I just give those a good spray too. Yeah, birds are looking good. There's a couple little tips for you guys to keep your birds cool. Also, fresh water is good too, you know, because your birds will drink a lot of water, and the fresher it is, the better it's gonna be. Now, if that doesn't work for you guys and you notice your bird's still panting a lot, you might need to invest in some misters. I have a bird buddy down the valley where it gets really hot and it's a little bit drier than it is up here in the foothills where I'm at, but still gets hot up here, so I can't imagine what he's going through. But yeah, he invested in some misters to take the edge off his monos. And I don't think just monos too, I think any of your birds. I mean, if you have to get misters to keep them cool, you got to do it. Some people will lose birds just because of the heat, and that's an awful thing, I know, but we do what we can do, you know. So yeah, hope these couple tips helped you out. Thanks for hanging with me while I checked on the birds. You know, even here where I'm at, you know, it still gets hot, so you know, I'm always checking on them. And sometimes, you know, I have my brooders situated to where I brood my chicks on the ground, okay? Now, even in those brooders, it gets hot. I will have like 2 and 3 day old chicks with the heat lamp off in the brooder, you know, throughout the day because it's so hot. And I even brood them outside and they're underneath the tree and they still get hot. So yeah, turning off the heat lamp in the midday, your chicks will let you know if they're too hot, if they like start gathering up on the side, start hugging the wall of their brooder, you know, they will let you know. Yeah, I'm sure you guys already know this, but you know, I'm just sharing my experiences with you, and there's some people out there who still need some help, so that's where I come into play. But anyways, guys, thanks for joining me once again. I hope you all the best. Keep your birds safe, keep them cool. It's gonna be a brutal one this summer, and yeah, once again, been a SplittinTracks Pheasantry. If you got any questions or concerns, hit me up in the comments below. Until next time, guys, we'll see ya. Bye.